Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome, welcome. Hey, guys. Say hello as you join. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We have so many new faces, guys. So say hello. Hi, Angel. So good to see you here. Awesome. Okay, make sure we're good. We're live. Say hi in the comments, guys. Hashtag replay, hashtag live if you are here joining us live. We have a lot of new people here. So, guys, welcome if you are brand new. If you're new to us, my name is Ann. I am your sales ninja for high ticket selling online. I am the host here in this group, and I am your go-to for all things high ticket selling on social media. Super excited to have you guys here. If you are a repeat attender, it's beautiful to see you here. We love having you every week. Say hello in the comments. Where is everyone tuning in from? I'd love to know where everyone's joining us. We have so many new faces, and we love to connect and get to know you guys. So where are you guys from? I'm here in Maine. I don't know if you guys are familiar. I'm on the East Coast here in Maine. Good morning, Lon. So good to see you always. Awesome to see you guys here. Sydney's on with us as well. We have Angel here. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Awesome. It's so good to have you guys here. Super excited to chat today. We've been having some really cool conversations with you guys, and you've given us some great ideas for a few things to talk about today. So I'm here to talk today with you guys. Wow, Gemma is in Kenya. That is phenomenal. Oh, Lon's in Cali. I'm super jealous, super jealous. Hi, Andrea. It's good to see you here live. So I want to talk with you guys about how to attract and sign premium clients into your coaching offer. So I want to ask you guys this first before we get started, okay? Let me ask you this first. Give me a number one in the comments. If you feel like 80%, let's say around 80%. If you feel like around 80% of the people that are in your community that you are having conversations with, that you are providing value to, how many of you here, give me a one in the comments if you feel that 80% of those people are absolutely your dream soul activated buyers. These are your soul activated clients. Give me a two if you feel like you're just not quite there yet. Okay, like you're not really attracting those super soul activated clients. Okay, so give me a one if you feel like, oh, heck yeah. Give me a two if you feel like, yeah, not just quite yet. Okay, I just want to get kind of a range so I can make sure what we're talking about today is going to be helpful for you, because I want to talk about how you can start attracting premium clients to fill up your coaching offers. And we want to talk about to make this really, really simple for you guys. So there's some cool things we're going to talk about. I'm seeing all twos so far. Not a big deal, guys. This is a judge-free zone. That's why you're here, right? That's why you're here. And this is going to be a really great topic for you today, okay? Okay, awesome. We got Lon says two, Gemma said two, Andrea said two, Angel said two. Okay, so yeah, we're getting some twos in the comments, and that's perfectly fine. Even if you are a one, you're going to get some really, really good value and some action steps from today, okay? So here's what I want to do. I'm going to talk to you guys about probably 3, maybe 4 things that you can start doing today. It's already what you're doing. It's already stuff you're doing. We just want you to shift it a little bit. That's going to help you to start calling out the people. And here's what I want to say. Believe it or not, 2% of your audience right now are premium buyers. Yeah, no judgment zone, Lon. 2% of the people in your community right now today are actually your premium buyers. So we're going to talk about how do we get those people to call, how do we call them out and get those people to raise their hands, right? Give me some hearts or drop some emojis if you want to know how do we pull those people out from the crowd and get them to raise their hand, okay? Because that's what we're going to walk through today. That's what we're going to talk about. That's what we're going to focus on. I'm going to share very specific few steps that you guys can do. And it's already what you're doing. We just want you to do it differently and a little bit better. And it's going to get those people to shine inside your community and raise their hand to work with you, okay? Does anyone here feel like you work really, really hard to get clients? Like, does anyone here feel like I chase a little bit, or I feel like I give, but conversions are not in alignment with how much I'm given? Anyone feel that? Let me know if you do. this is going to be helpful for you guys because I think a lot of you are doing way more than you have to be doing. And what I would rather see you guys do is the right things. I would rather see you do less, but the right things versus more of all the different kind of things. Okay, Angel, loving those hearts. Those are so cool. Thank you. I love the emojis. If you guys know of any emoji that maybe people don't really use, that maybe I haven't seen, drop it because I love emojis. I don't know about you guys. I use them in everything. Okay. So let's go ahead. Okay. Sometimes you feel that way, Lon. Perfect. Okay. So we've had a lot of conversations with a lot of you guys, and you're really saying that you're in one of two places right now in your business. Okay. And what I want you to do, I'm going to give you two things that most of you are saying, one of two things. And I want you to self-identify which one of you which one of these things relate to you. Okay. So most of you are telling us you're in one of two places in your business. Number one, that you feel that you are attracting leads into your Facebook group, but they are broke. Your language. This is your language, that they are broke and they're not at a place mentally to make an investment in their business through you. That is one of the places. The rest of you that we've talked to say that you are doing pretty good in your business and you are making some money and you are working with clients, but you're not attracting high level premium clients who will pay you more money and stay with you longer. Okay. So for those of you listening in and even catching the replay later, are you a number one or a number two? So number one, you are attracting leads in your group, but they are, in your opinion, they are broke and they mentally cannot invest, right? Number two, or are you at a place in your business where you are doing okay in your business, you are attracting clients, you are making some money. However, the clients that you are signing are not available or willing to pay you more money and stay with you longer. So maybe that looks like you're undercharging, or they only buy lower ticket, or they only stay with you for a very short time. So where are you guys? Are you a number one or are you number two in your business right now? And I want you to self-identify here because I'm going to give you some action steps and some things to think about. And you got to first know where you're at, right? You might feel like you're either one or two, okay? You're either attracting people, but they're not the right people. They're telling you, I don't have any money, I'm broke, I can't invest, I can't do this, I'd love to, but you're getting nothing but objections. Or you might just be making the assumption they don't have money because they don't buy any of your stuff. Or you might be signing clients, working with clients and doing okay in your business, but the level, the aptitude of the client that you're attracting is not where you want them to be, which means you're struggling to raise your price and you're struggling to keep clients with you longer. Right? So you're either a number one or number two in your business. So let us know where you're at there. I'm seeing some twos again. Okay. Angel said neither. So she hasn't actually launched her program yet. So maybe you are someone who's super, super new and you haven't sold your offer yet. You could share that in the comments and let us know that as well. And Angel, this is probably going to be really helpful for you then, because if you are super new and you're here, if you are super new listening to this, we actually want you to follow what we're going to walk you through today right from the start so that you do it right from the beginning, right? Some of you might have to go back and course correct after tuning in today. Lon said, I'm a one, but I have not done the follow through that my coach has told me to do. Yeah. Okay. Wow. We're going to get that happening for you, Lon. Okay. All right. So now that we've done a little self-identification, I want to share 3 reasons why you might be attracting people, whether they're paying you or not, but they are not premium, high-end, soul-activated clients. Okay? A soul-activated client already knows they want to work with you. They are actively in the market right now, today, in this very moment, actively looking for what you offer. They're already making investments. They're already along their journey a little bit, okay? They're already taking actions. They're already trying and doing things. They're already seeing some progress. They are a little bit further along. These premium clients are the people who come in and they come into your space and they're not there to pick your brain. They're not there for free information. They're looking for a solution to their problem. They're actively seeking that. Okay, so what happens is when you put the solution that they are looking for in front of them, they raise their hand. Okay, so again, it really, really, really comes down to 3 specific reasons why you might not be attracting those types of clients. The client that raises their hand, that jumps in your DM and says, oh my God, I watched your live today. I loved it. It spoke to me. It's exactly what I need. How do I work with you? What's the next step? How do I sign up? Right? Or the client that's like watches your live or watches some of your videos, jumps over to your calendar, books their name in, wants to talk to you about working together. So they're actually coming to you, okay, from the content you're putting out. They're coming to you. They're self-identifying. This is totally me. She's speaking right to me, to the depths of my soul. This is exactly me. I need this. She has the way. I need it. These premium clients already know this. They don't need your free quotes. They don't need your pretty little Canva images. They don't need 300 posts a day to tell them they need help with this thing. They don't need you to create 700 pieces of content. They don't need you to go live every day. They don't need you to beg, convince, negotiate, or prove anything. They don't need you to tell them why they need to do this. They already know, and they're actively looking for solutions, not free information. There's a big difference in just attracting an audience or leads and attracting premium soul activated clients. Those are 2 different types of humans. And let's talk about the 3 reasons why you're not attracting those people. Number 1, and you guys can let me know in the comments if you guys want to write these in. That would be super cool for the replayers. If you want to drop these down, plus I think writing it down is just going to help you retain this better. But I want you to see where you have a gap. I'm going to share 3 reasons why this is not happening. And then I'm going to give you a few reasons on what to do next. But 3 reasons why this is happening, okay, or why this is not happening for you, why you are not attracting soul-activated clients into your programs. I'm going to share what those 3 reasons are, and I want you to identify which one of these you're missing. So the first reason that you don't have soul-activated clients jumping in your Facebook group and immediately raising their hand saying, I need to work with you, I must work with you, you totally are my coach. Here's the number 1 reason why. The number 1 reason is you are not clear on who a premium client, a soul-activated client is for you. So you're saying, Anne, that sounds amazing. Of course I want leads that are jumping in my inbox. Of course I want clients raising their hand ready to work with me. Of course I never want to chase and beg and convince and negotiate and prove. And I never want to feel like I'm selling people. Of course I want that. Okay? But Anne, I don't know who she is. I don't know who that person is. I don't know who that looks like. I don't know who it is. That's the number 1 problem. The number 1 problem is so many of you who are putting out promotional content, you're launching, you're selling, you're extending invitations, you're creating all of this content. And the problem is the content is not serving you in the sense that it's attracting soul-activated premium clients. It is general and it's broad and it's speaking to the masses about everything. Right? A lot of you guys don't know who a premium client is for you. Therefore, you don't know how to talk to that person. How many of you here, give me an emoji in the comment or just drop some hearts. How many of you here feel like this is speaking to you, but you actually don't know who that person is or how to create content that speaks to that person? How many of you here feel like, I don't know what that content would look like. I don't know what that content should be. I don't know how to talk to or attract that type of person. How many of you feel like that is where you're at? Because I'm going to tell you, when I look at most of my clients' copy and their messaging and all the content they're putting in their group, it's not speaking to a premium client. It's actually not even specific enough to speak to a client who has money to make an investment. It's not actually clear or specific enough to even get someone to raise their hand and say, I want to work with you. When I look at a lot of people's copy and content that they're putting out on social media, it is not a premium attractor. It is not stuff that attracts a buyer, someone who's already ready to invest right now today. It's just like, what is the purpose of this content? What does it even mean? Who is it speaking to? I don't even understand it, right? We have a formula that we use, right? And what I want to know from you guys is if you feel like, oh my God, I'm creating so much content, but like it's not converting. Or you might feel like I'm not creating any content because I did create content and it wasn't converting and now I'm done. I'm so sick of it, right? You might be somewhere in either of those categories. So number one is you're not clear. So basically with your content, because you don't know how to create a post that speaks to a premium client, what happens is you attract broke people. You attract random people. You attract non-ideal people. You're just kind of attracting all kinds of people. And these are not people that are going to pull out a credit card and pay you. Okay? These are actually people that are going to give you objections. And they're going to say, do you have more free stuff? Or I'm just here to learn. And they're just going to, they're freebie seekers and brain pickers, right? They're not ready to buy from you at all. Okay? And you have to understand that has nothing to do with you specifically. It's not, it has nothing to do with you specifically. Is that you're attracting people that are not your soul activated clients. These are not ready buyers. That's the number one problem. If any of you here want to 10x your revenue this month, well, let's say tomorrow, because today's the last day of the month. If any of you here want to 10x your revenue in the next 30 days, speak to a different person. That's your first step. Stop creating content the way you're doing it right now. Create different content. Boom. I mean, literally problem solved. By the end of the week, you'll have soul activated clients raising their hand, DMing you and saying, I want to work with you. What is the next step? Okay. So number one, that is the first problem. The second thing is you're not clear on your offer. So we have talked to some of you. Some of you have one offer and you're not in love with it. And it's really small and it's really priced low. And it's not really your true depth of the work you know you're able to do with your clients, right? You're doing it. It's okay. But it isn't that set your soul on fire offer. Like, oh my God, to get up and do this offer with my soul activated clients every day would be a dream, right? A lot of you are just creating like a blanket offer, like, I don't know, sounds like what people need, so let me throw it out, right? But you're not in love with it. You're not like, this is my soul work. This is like everything to me. Many of you actually don't have an offer you feel that way about. Many of you are not leaping out of bed with your soul on fire about your offer and the work you do with your clients. Many of you are not feeling that way. But here's the thing with your offer. Some of you have that small offer. Some of you have multiple offers and you're not selling any of them really, right? So you're like creating something different all the time. And none of the offers are actually sold out, right? So tell me in the comments, is anybody here sold out? Like couldn't take another client on if I wanted to. Give me a 1 if you're totally sold out, or just type sold out. Or give me a number 2 if you're like, I'm just like, no clients. Like I need clients, right? What I want you guys to be thinking about is the second reason you might not be attracting these people is the offer. A premium soul activated client wants a very particular offer. They want a specific offer with a specific solution, and you want to throw in your 50 years of education and 700 bonuses. And you're talking about, most of you guys talk about what we call features. Oh, you'll get this and we'll do this together and that. And I'll throw this in and you'll get this in sessions. And like, it's going to be for this long and you're going to get this session and that session. I'm going to give you some bonuses and I've got this course. Oh, and I'm going to throw this in and that in and and it goes on and on and on and on to the point where it's like, wow, you are like a genius at everything for everybody. Interested, right? Jack of all trades, right? Like probably master of none. Right? We always say a jack of all trades is a master at none. You're just not masterful. You can't be. It's not possible. You can do multiple things, but you can't master all of them and do them 100%. It's not possible. So we want you to dial in the offer. The offer should speak to your soul activated client, and it should only speak to the thing they want right now. Not all the things you've learned in your past 5 years of your life, but just the thing, right? So 1, you're not clear on the offer. And the other thing I see is you're creating an offer for your audience that you don't want to work with, or for the audience of the people who are not buyers. So you created an offer that you think your broke audience will buy. I mean, it sounds silly when you say it out loud, right? It sounds silly when you say that out loud. But some of you guys are doing that in some of the conversations that we're having. You're creating offer after offer after offer. You're trying to figure out what's going to be the offer that's going to get my broke audience to buy. What you want to do is stop trying to get those people to buy and start focusing on the people who are your soul activated clients. They're already ready to buy. Everyone has at least 2% of the people, right, in your group right now that are those people. They're ready to buy today. But the problem is that you're not showing up for them, you're not speaking to them, and you're not putting content out for those people. The third problem, the third reason that you don't attract soul activated clients is that you're not consistently active. You're not consistently active in giving value and extending invitations. So this lack of consistency is probably due to a lack of the clarity on the things we just talked about that I just mentioned, and probably some frustration because you feel like you're not generating the amount of money you want for the effort that you're putting out. And so it's not, you're selling things to people that are not your soul activated clients. And so you kind of start to get frustrated and you're like, forget it, right? And so you're not consistent when you're not loving what you're doing. You're not consistent when you feel like you don't have clarity. You're not consistent when you're not confident in what you're doing. You're not going to be consistent when you feel like you're giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and you're getting nothing. You're not going to be consistent, you guys, when you feel like you're doing, but you're not receiving anything. Eventually, you're going to be so frustrated, you're going to throw your hands up and be like, I'm done, right? When you're not consistent, your audience does not trust you. Your audience is not going to pull out their card and pay you thousands of dollars when you can't even be consistent with the things that you need to be doing in order to call out those buyers, right? So first thing I want you guys to do, okay, we're going to do a quick couple steps, action steps for you guys, some homework, and then I'll quickly scan for any questions. So if you guys have any questions, drop them below, and we'll give you guys a quick little invitation at the end for those of you that are kind of at a different point here and you're ready to take things to another level in your business. So first thing I want you guys to do, the first thing is I want you to forget the idea that you cannot serve or help somebody like a premium client to get certain results because you're not having those results yourself. I hear this all the time. And here's the thing, guys. There are a million variables that dictate somebody's results. You might be able to help your client run Facebook ads and scale their business to $100,000 a month with that strategy. And you might not be doing $100,000 per month in your own business, but maybe it's because you're not running Facebook ads, or maybe it's because you don't have the same offer they have, or maybe it's because they have a bigger audience than you, or maybe their price points are different than yours. Or maybe they've been doing something longer, or they have something in place that you don't. Or maybe there's a strategy they use that you're not using. There's a million reasons that dictate someone's results. Okay? So to say that you can't help a premium client because maybe, you're going to help them get a result that you're not receiving right now, as long as you are within your zone of genius, that's just not true. I was living on welfare and creating $5,000 a month, yet I was helping my clients create $10,000 and $20,000 a month. I was only creating $5,000, but I was able to help them. Why? Because they were already at a place where I knew I was really good at helping them get to the next level. This is why you need to know who your soul activated client is. You cannot just work with anyone. And I'm going to tell you right now, you can't help everybody. You cannot help everybody. You might be really good at helping somebody who's already on their journey of weight loss. And you might suck at trying to help someone who's obese, in bed, in their head, depressed, and they don't want to do anything. You might say, I can't help those people. They got to be a little bit on their journey. Okay? You might say, yeah, I can help someone scale with Facebook ads, but they have to have these 3 things in place. If they don't have these 3 things, I can't get them there. As a business owner, you have to know who your soul activated client is, the person you can actually help get results. You cannot help everybody. There's going to be what I call the sweet spot. It's that client, the soul activated client, who's at a certain place, and they're at that place where if you can get in, you can work your magic and help them get to the next level so much faster. You also know there's those people that come to you that aren't quite there yet. They're not in that sweet spot yet. And you have a really hard time helping them. That's your indicator, you guys. That's your GPS. That is your GPS. Follow your sweet spot when it comes to your soul activated clients. Stop worrying about how much you're making or what you're doing, what you're not doing, and what you can help people do. Stay in your zone of genius. I help people at this level do this, and that's that. Okay? Now, the other thing I want to say really quick before I move into the second step, the other thing that I want to be really clear about, if you are listening to this audio, this training right here, and you are brand new, you are a brand new entrepreneur, I'm going to tell you to not worry about niching. If you've invested in a course, stop it. If you are downloading workbook after workbook after workbook, stop. I'm going to tell you right now, if you are a new entrepreneur, stop trying to niche. You have nothing to niche yet. You don't have experience yet. You don't have any knowledge of who a good client versus a bad client even is. You don't know how to speak to either or yet. You are learning, you're discovering. You're in the discovery phase. Don't try to niche because you don't have the data or experience or the knowledge or the hands-on experience to even know the difference between good client, bad client, perfect client that I can help versus client I can't help. You don't even know those things yet. So do not worry about that right now. Okay? If you are brand new, you're just getting out, networking, and having conversations. If you are an experienced entrepreneur and you're established, you are working with clients, you do have an offer that you sell, you are making money, you've been doing this for a little while, you do know a good client versus a bad. Okay? You can tell me in 5 seconds who a good client is and not a good client. If you are there, then you need to niche to attract that little sweet spot of that soul activated client. Okay? So you don't niche in the beginning because you don't have anything to niche. It's like saying I want to scale my business and I'm not making any money yet. You don't have a business yet. There's nothing to scale, right? So we just need to identify these things and be very clear on this. It's not complicated, but you don't know what you don't know. So I do want to say that little tip right there, okay? And here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you started your business yesterday. You could still attract high-end clients, have a high-ticket offer, charge a ton of money for your services because high-premium clients are not investing in how long you've been in business. I've been in business over 20 years. I've never been asked the question, before I invest in you, how long have you been in business? I've actually never been asked that, okay? If you know how to talk to your premium client and you know the problem they have that they want solved, and you create an offer and you know how to talk about that offer that solves that problem and gives them that solution, they don't care if you started your business last week or if you started your business 50 years ago. They could care less. They want the solution. Okay? All right, number two. Okay? Number two. You have to understand what a premium client is for you. Who is that for you? When you are putting content out there, who are you speaking to? What is your intention with your content? Are you just trying to get engagement? Are you trying to get a sale? Are you trying to get consultations booked? Are you trying to get people to join your group? What is it with each piece of content? What is your goal? What is it that you're trying to do with that piece of content? Who is it speaking to? I don't see any point in even starting a Facebook group or growing a Facebook group or even trying to sell inside of a Facebook group if you filled it with all the wrong people. You want to speak to the premium soul activated clients only. Those are who you want to speak to. That's who you want to put in your Facebook group. That's who you want on your consultations. That's who you want in your workshops or your free trainings or whatever you're doing. And those are the people you want in your programs. Stop trying to chase clients. Stop trying to chase the sale. The problem with entrepreneurs today, the reason that 90% of entrepreneurs never, ever make it, or they spend 3 to 8 years in business struggling and broke, it's because they're consuming and consuming and consuming. And they think, oh my God, if I just learn everything in the world, I'm going to be rich one day. And if I learn every strategy, that means I can help every client in the world. Someone's apt to buy my stuff and I'm going to make some money. That is the biggest mistake, and that is the number one reason that entrepreneurs struggle for years, not just months, years in their business to make money and sign clients. They're up here and they're not doing their own thing. They're not staying in their zone of genius no matter what consistently. They're all over the place. They're bouncing from tactic to strategy to this, to that coach, to this mentor, to that program, to this course. And their business model changes every day. And they usually don't even have the foundation in place. Never mind your offer and your strategy. You don't even have a working foundation in place. And this is why I talk to entrepreneurs who tell me, I've been in business for years and I'm still not making money and signing clients. And yet they're still bouncing from one thing to another and copying this coach and copying that coach. And, oh, today I teach this because my coach talked about it. And so now I'm going to talk about it. I learned it. So here we go. It's just like you're not in your zone of genius. You're so out of integrity and so out of alignment because you're so desperate to get clients that you're literally forgetting what you started this journey for and who you really are and what you are really good at. And your marketing, your content delivers every bit of that. We see it, we feel it, we can read it in your words. We can read it with your energy, the way you look on your videos, the things you talk about. It's just there. Everyone can see and feel it. You're out of alignment. Okay? So you got to identify not who is a premium client for your coach or your competitor or your best friend or this person or that person or someone who does what you do. Who's a premium client for you? If I gave you 10 clients today, which ones, who would you want that would be the best client to work with? Like literally, you would be like, I would love to spend the rest of my life with you. Like you're the best client in the world. If I had to wake up every day and help you, game on. I am all for it. I am here for that. You would be awesome to jump out of bed and spend every day with helping. And you would get killer results inside of my program. That is who I want to work with. If I were to give you 10 of those people, what would you charge? What would you offer? And who the heck would they be? And not necessarily in that order. Actually, that was almost exactly backwards. But you guys get what I'm saying. Versus what you're doing right now. Grasping. Anyone and everyone that's willing, let's try it out. Let's see what flies. Let's see what sticks. Okay? You've got to get clear on this. Okay? And again, if you're new, don't worry about this. Just go have conversations and do your best. Like I tell my clients, go fail, go flop, go fall on your ass, go make a mistake. You know, get out there and take imperfect action so you can learn and fail fast. There you go. That's what you're going to do today if you're listening to this as a newbie. You're not going to worry about niching down because you don't even know what that is right now. You need to go get some real life experience first. So get out there and fail really fast. Get it over with, get it done, get the data, get the clarity, and then come back and we then niche you. Okay? So that's the thing. Okay, third step, guys, third thing that you need to do. I'm going to assume that you have an offer. I'm going to assume you have an offer that you have sold, you've put clients through, they've gotten some results. I'm just going to assume that. Okay. And I'm going to assume that in that offer, that container, one-on-one coaching, group program, course, whatever it is, inside of that container, I'm going to assume you have an A to B process. It is the process that every client goes through. It's your signature system. This is what you're known for. This is the process that gets the client's results. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. When you bring on a client, yes, it's going to be tailored for each client because everybody is different. But no, you're not going to change your system for every client. What do you think gets results? A system. When you go to your favorite pizza place, you go there and you say, oh my God, the reason I go here for the pizza is every time I place my order, it's to perfection. Every time. Every time I place this order and I get this pizza at this place, every time it is done to perfection exactly the way I like every time. How do you think they do that? Do you think that every time someone calls, they change their sauce and they change the type of cheese and the amount of cheese and they change the ingredients and they buy a different olive and they buy a different, hamburger and they buy a different this or a veggie or a pineapple? No, they have a system and they use it on every single order. And that pizza comes out to perfection every single time because they don't change their recipe. They don't change their process. That's why you know when you order it, it's the same. Okay? Now, I don't eat fast food. I don't eat at like McDonald's at all. I would die and starve first. But if I did, what do you think they do to pump out those burgers in 5 seconds flat? What do you think they're doing? Do you think that there's a different bun every time and a different burger and a different process? And like this time we're going to do it this way and next time we're going to do it that way and this has a pickle and that? No. They have people in an order who do the same thing every day. This one does the bun. This one does the cheese. This one does and it's the same process every single day. Why do you think that whatever comes out of that window is coming out the exact same way every time? It's called a system. When I work with my clients, I put them through a system. The very first thing we do this first, we do this next, we do this third, we do this fourth, you're done. There you go. You just got your result. Great day. Have it awesome. Like, there you go. Same thing with every single client. When we sign a new client, the onboarding process is the exact same. We do the exact same thing every single time. Obviously, you make improvements, you make adjustments, and it does look a little different for each client because everyone is a little bit different, but your process and what you teach is the same to get your client from A to B. But do you know what? If you're attracting 1 million different people, your process is never the same. How many of you feel like that? Give me drop a heart in the comments. Drop a heart or give hearts if you feel like the clients that you do work with, it's like different for all of them. You have to do a different thing, teach a different thing, help with a different thing. They want a different thing. They need a different thing. They're struggling with a different thing. Like, you can't even come up with a process because they all are so different. How many of you feel like that is your situation? That's because you are not attracting your premium soul activated client. You're attracting anybody that sounds like possible client. You've got so many different people in your community and so many different people that you're speaking to and so many different things you help them with and so many different ways that you're attracting just kind of everybody. Therefore, you can't really create a specific A to B process. So I'm going to assume you have an offer and you have a proven A to B process and your clients get results with that process. So the next step is that you need to put out promotional posts. You need posts that go out once or twice a week that are actually extending invitations and inviting people to work with you. I have actually a framework and a formula. I'm not going to go into the formula because I don't have time. We're about to wrap up. But I'm going to tell you very quickly that little bit of a framework of what your posts should look like when you're inviting a soul-activated client to come work with you or to explore working with you, okay? There's 5 types of posts, but honestly, we go live every week. This is what I do with my clients. We go live every single week. I'm doing it right now. We put out either 1 engagement post per week or 1 per day. It's up to how you want to do it. We have a value post that goes out every week that builds authority and it builds education purposes. And that can be your live show, okay? We have an invitation post. An invitation post is inviting people to your offer. We do that 1 time per week. We actually just put one in Monday, I think, or maybe yesterday in the group. It was an invitation to come work with us, okay? And we do that 1 time per week in our Facebook group, okay? And if somebody wants to work with us, they need to have read that because they need to understand the offer. If you are getting people in a consultation with you and you're getting objections, it's because they're either the wrong people or they don't know, they haven't looked at your invitation post to see what your offer is. Don't get on the phone with anybody to talk about working with you if they don't already know the details of working with you. Doesn't make sense. And then the other post we put out is a shift perspective. I love to give a perspective shift on all things sales. I love to change your perspective on what you think. And we also call this bridge the buyer gap. It's basically bridging the gap where you are helping your audience, your lead, you're helping that person see that you have exactly what they need inside of your offer. And what happens is they sell themselves. You don't need to sell them. They sell themselves when you create a shift perspective post. So the formula for the invitation post and the formula for the shift perspective post is really the same. Number 1, you have a strong title. Number 2, you outline the A to B process, bridging the gap, basically the how, of how you're going to help your client get from point A to point B. Then you give the offer details. And then you tell them what the time frame is. Here's what you can expect. Here's what we see with our clients. Here's who gets the best results, who works with us. You tell people, you got to speak to this person and rule out the people that are not the right fit. And then you tell them the investment. Yes, we do tell the investment of our stuff. And then you tell them, you give them a specific call to action. Not like, hey, shoot me a DM, but like, okay, if this is you, if this is an experience you want to have, here are your next steps. Here's what you need to do next. Okay? So that's basically the formula for how we create these posts every single week. And it's what we do with our clients. It's what we teach our clients. It's what we do in our business. And actually, if you go inside of our Facebook group right here, if you go into the group, you can see our post. You can see what it looks like. You can see how we map it out. You can see how we use that formula I just gave, that little framework I just gave you guys. But a lot of what you guys are doing, hi Sadie, a lot of what you guys are doing is you're just saying, hey guys, I have this offer and you get this session and this and you get that and this and that. And, I have some spots open. I'd love to work with you. Shoot me a DM if you want to know more. Like, it's not an invitation. Like, I want you to think about this. Let's say that you're having a housewarming party and you're going to invite your neighbors. Are you going to send them a card that says, hey, howdy, I'm your neighbor, having a house party. You should totally come. See you at 11. Is that what the invitation is going to say? Probably not. They're going to be like, what is this? You're going to say, hey, so-and-so, I am your neighbor, my name. I live at blah, 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 blah. I'm having a house party on this day at this time. And it is for, here's what the theme. This is the theme. This is what we're doing. It is for, kid-friendly, not kid-friendly. You're going to give them the details. I would love to have you here. Here's how you RSVP. Okay? You have to understand, you can't speak to people like they just can read your mind. Like they already know you have this magical, like you have to talk to people, not like they're dumb, but like they have no freaking clue who you are and what you're talking about. When I create these posts, these invitation posts and these shift perspective posts, I talk to people like they don't have a freaking clue who I am and what I'm talking about. I break it down. So if I were to take that post and go give it to my 15-year-old daughter, I could say, what do you get from this post? What is this telling you? Do you understand the post? Tell me if you understand. Read it and tell me. Okay? You have to dummy things down because your people don't know shit. They don't have any clue about your offer. They don't even know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. You're just spewing stuff out to the whole world and you're like, hey, this is not going to work in today's space, guys. Okay? You need to have systems. You need to have a process. And you only need a few pieces of content per week. You're going to do a little bit more content, probably a few pieces a day if you're new. But if, you're only going to do that for like 3 or 4 weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks. And then once you get some momentum building, you only need to do a few pieces per week. Okay? So let's recap. Any questions, drop them. Number 1, identify in the most specific way who that premium client is for you. For you. Who's the one that they're already at the place that you can totally take to the next level like this? Who is that person? Number 2, you need an offer that solves that premium client's problem right now. Not all the problems, that specific problem that they want put out, the fire, okay? And then number 3, you need to consistently create weekly promo posts inside of your group that are structured specifically to get a premium lead to raise their hand and want to work with you, okay? Does all of this make sense? I hope you guys took some notes, and you might even have to go back and listen again. But this one right here, guys, this is worth listening to and paying attention to if you want to make money in your business, okay? Whether you're new and you want to make your first 5, 10,000, or you're established and you're trying to get to your next 20, 30, 40, 50, 100K, 1,000, whatever it is, okay? In order to make more money, you need to niche down and you need to have specific content that's going out that is specifically aimed to get in premium clients who are ready to buy. Let me just see if we have any questions. If you guys have questions, while we're doing that, while you guys are dropping any questions, I got like maybe 5 minutes for questions. If you have any questions about what we just talked about, drop them in the comments. I'm going to answer a few. Okay. And if you're here and you are listening to this and you are saying, okay, I have an offer, I have an audience, I'm working with some clients, I'm making some money. However, I'm not financially where I want to be. I'm definitely creating way too much content. I am working way too hard. I'm not converting the way I should be. I'm not signing and attracting consistent clients, nor am I signing and attracting premium clients. I don't have sales systems in place. I don't have a solid offer with an A to B system in place that actually creates a client win. So I'm not super confident and clear on that process. And my content's a mess, right? If this is you and you want to get to, maybe you're only creating a couple $1,000s per month, but you want to get, or maybe you're even creating 5K. Let's just say that you want to get to 10 and 20K months in your coaching business. Okay. And you are active on social media. Maybe you have a Facebook group with some people in it. You are, super social. You love to get out there. Or even if you're not super social, you're willing to get yourself out there and do what you need to do. You are willing and actively networking, or you're willing to network to grow your audience. You are willing to get into conversations with people. You're super coachable. If I give you some templates and swipe, you're going to copy those suckers. You're going to tweak them and you're going to put them out consistently every single week to book your calendar. You're going to work on an offer with us to make sure it is designed for a premium client. We're going to figure out who that premium client is and craft the message and an offer for that. Okay. It's a very few steps process. And in 3 to 4 months, you can go from where you're at now to generating 10, 20K months with just a few handful of clients that are higher premium clients paying you more money. And you're only going to work a few hours a week. Okay. If that is you, okay, if that speaks to you, if that's you, you're ready for that, then we have invitations to come work with us. You can come chat and learn how to work with my team and I. And we will put these things in place for you. We'll help you set these things up that we talked about today. We'll help you get these systems in place, get your messaging down, get your process down. We'll give you all the swipe for the different type of promo posts. We'll have you do some promo cycles in your group. We'll get you tapped into the audience that you have while also growing the other audience. We'll be working with you guys on your offer, your A to B system, and getting the clarity. Okay. So this can speed things up because it's not the stuff you're doing now. And because what we teach you, you don't know how to do. You're not doing it right now. You don't know how to do it. If you're doing it, it's not working. We can help you bridge those gaps, fill those little gaps that you have with what you're already doing and take it to another level. Okay. If you are starting right now, your business, you don't have a single client, you're not active on social, you've never sold an offer, you don't know your niche, this is not going to be a good invitation for you. Okay. Because for you, we're going to need 12 months with you. We're going to need 12 months with you. And you're going to have a real high level of commitment because it's going to take some work. Okay. It really does come down to that. So if this is speaking to you, comment below, scale me, and we will reach out to you. My team and I will reach out to you. We'll pull you into the DM. We're going to ask you a few questions about your business. We're going to qualify you and see if we were to put you in our program, would you get the win? Would you get the results? If it's a yes from me and my team, we'll give you all the details. We'll get you signed up. We'll get you enrolled. We'll start right away. If it's not a good fit, and we will tell you, if we don't think we can get you the win, if we don't think that you're going to be able to come in our program, do the things and get the result, then we're just going to flat out tell you. And we're going to tell you what we recommend that you do to get yourself to a better place so you can come back later and we can talk about helping you. Okay, so this is a very transparent, very, very, we're not looking to just get sales. We are not looking to just work with anybody. That's not what we're doing here. Okay, so if you want to scale up your revenue and your monthly sales, we could do that really fast with the more that you already have in place. If you don't have things in place, it doesn't mean we can't help you, but it's going to take a 12-month commitment from you. And it's going to take 3 or 4 hours a day of your work in your own business. And it's going to take some effort from you. And you're going to have to get uncomfortable and you're going to have to do some things you might not want to do. That's the reality of starting a business. And so it's going to take much longer with you guys. So for those of you that are a little more established, just type scale me in the comments below. That we can help you guys take yourself from anywhere from 2 to 5,000 a month up to 10, 20, 30K a month. Even more, whatever that looks like for you. Okay. Whatever the goal is, we can help you do that, and it can happen pretty quickly. Okay. All right. Let me look at chats. Let's see what's going on. We have so many people that joined. Thank you guys so much. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any questions. Okay. Yes, Angel, all about a foundation. Hi, Sue. Hi, Melanie. Good to have you guys pop in. Okay, Angel said, I definitely am figuring out how to speak to my members. Okay. Lisa said, I have found my soul offer within the past few weeks, and that is why I'm launching again. Angel said, where are the clients at? Okay, Lon said, nope, took time off to get my business life together. Okay, Lon said, I'm the problem. And then Lon said, that's me with the calls to action. Okay. Angel said, I definitely think it may be the content in my offer that don't resonate. 100%. I'm telling you guys, it's not rocket science, what may or may not be working. However, you can't identify your own blind spots. You can't do it. And so you can guess. Jana said, I have done your worksheet on this. It was really helpful. Awesome. Yeah, Jana, that was just like a tip of the iceberg. That wasn't, yeah, Angel said, sweet spot. Lon said, yes, the realness. Angel said, can you review my beta offer and tell me what you think? I do review beta offers for clients, but not in general, just for people in the group, because I would never have the time to handle that. If I did it for you, I'd have to do it for 900 other people, and I would never have the time to do that. Yes, tweak, don't reinvent. This is what I want you to understand. A lot of you guys are already doing way more than you need to be doing. But here's the thing. You don't, if you want to increase your sales, it doesn't necessarily mean start over, create a whole new thing, like reinvent the wheel. In fact, the way that I scale my clients so quickly is taking what they already have in place and we tweak it, right? I mean, I'm going to have my client Stacy come in at some point and chat with you guys about how we took her to sign in 100K clients. She literally signs 100K clients, $20,000 and $30,000 pay in full international clients. And she came to me only charging a few thousand for her services. How did we do that? She's going to tell you. Literally, we tweaked a couple of things that she was already doing. Same thing with my client, Debbie, who went to almost a $500,000 a year working with me. We tweaked a couple of things. The chances are you just don't know your blind spots, and so you're throwing spaghetti at the wall and you're doing all this stuff, but you don't really know what's broken. You don't really know what's not working. If someone who does know can look at that can change the game fast, right? So yes, tweak, don't reinvent. Absolutely. All right, let's see what else we have. John has said, yes, title, bridge the gap, offer, time frame, for who, investment, call to action. Yep, that's the formula we use in both of our posts that we put out once a week, okay? Let's see. John has said, what's the difference between a value post and a perspective shift? A value post is usually like this. It could be a video. So doing what I'm doing here, I gave you guys like 3 tips. I'm not really shifting your perspective so much. I mean, we are a little bit, but like we're talking more steps and identifying some things. But a value post can also just be me sharing my story and my experience, giving you a few tips, and, you know, it's just value. So it could be tips. It could be a couple strategies. It could be story. A shift perspective is when you take an objection or a thought that your premium client has about the work that you do, or about making an investment, or about making a change in their life or business, and you flip it on its head. So it's almost like you're busting a myth. That's a different type of post. I think we have one going out in my group today, so you might be able to see that if you want to see an example. Is that helpful? Jenna, was that helpful? They are different types of posts because they're meant to do something different. They're not all meant to do the same thing. And I'm going to tell you, we buy from people we know, like, and trust, and we buy from emotion. So we absolutely must have a perspective shift. In order to make an investment, someone has to shift the way we think about that thing, or we think about making the investment, or that we think about doing the work, or taking that thing, or making that change. Somebody has to help us shift the way we think about it, right? If we thought better about it, we'd already done it. So when your people are coming to you, they still have their own limited thought, or their objection, or their myth that they think is a myth, or this objection or reason why they're not doing the thing. You need to make sure you bust that in your content. So we do that every week. Makes sense. Perfect. Yeah, Sadie said I'll have to listen like 2 more times. So much gold. Go through it again and again, guys, and write this stuff down till you get it, because this is like the work I do with my client. This is like the stuff. How do you sift out broke prospects? Jenna asked, how do you sift out broke prospects? It's in your messaging, Jenna. You just stop speaking to people who don't have money. That's it. It's a little strategy, but that's what the answer is. Angel said I'm not creating content. Let's see. Oh, reply to someone. Okay. You guys are talking to each other. Sorry. I love to see that too. Sadie said, let's talk. Yeah. Sadie, if you want to talk, you can connect with Sydney, and we can get you we can ask you some questions just to make sure you're a good fit. And then we can, if we think we could get you the win, if it's a good fit, depending on what your question is, we can chat about it for sure. Yeah, Kathy, I'll need to go back for sure and review. Yep, go back through. Kathy said, I have a question. I'll inbox you. Yeah, just send me a DM. Kathy, that's fine. You and I have chatted, so that's fine. Yes, Jonna. So tips versus myth busting. Awesome. Yeah, so tips could be value. A live video like this where I gave you guys some tips. I gave you some action steps. We did talk about some things that you might think you need to do that you don't, right? Like create a ton of content, price really low. So we did do a little missed busting, but like honestly, we were giving you some value and some tips, and we're having some interaction with you. This is a different type of post. However, we did give you a call to action. We did extend some invitations for those of you who are like, oh, hell yes, this is speaking to me, and hell yes, I need this, and hell yes, I know you're my coach. Like, what do we got to do? What's the next step? Like, I'm so ready for this. We did give the invitation for those people, right? And then for everybody else, what did we tell you? If you're not that person and you're not ready for that, just go back and keep listening to our content. Go back and keep testing, and go back and keep doing what you're already doing on your own. That's your choice, right? We're not here to coerce anyone to do anything. We're here to work with the people who are ready to take their business to the next level. All right, guys, you have been awesome. Remember, every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern, right here live in the group. You can find this replay at the top of the group, but we're also going to put it in the guide section. It used to be the unit section for those of you that might not be aware of that change. That's where the replays all live. If you guys have any questions, let us know. If you go back and you listen, you have additional questions, comment. We'll come back. My team and I answer them all. Shoot us a DM. If you do want to connect and learn how the team and I can work with you to help you, we definitely love to chat with you. All right, guys, make it a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.